I've just been refused entry. So many clueless people here who have no idea what to do. Do you speak English? And if the police wants to kick me out, they have to kick me out. Nobody knows the law, not even the police officers. Let's see what they're gonna do with me. Are you working for Air China or not? They haven't given me anything to eat. No water. They're treating me like somebody who broke the law. Avoid Air China at all costs. Hey guys, as you can see right now, I am at the Beijing Capital International Airport. And what happened, I've just been refused entry. So apparently there is a new law that if you have failed to register like a couple of years ago, you know, when you come to China, you have to register within 24 hours. And apparently in January 2018, I didn't do it. This came from Korea, I checked in, I came here, and then the lady told me at the immigration counter, I can't enter China because I failed to register. There's a new law since 2 days. So I called the German embassy. They had no clue about this, but now they don't want to help me. My luggage is probably, God knows where it is. So now I can't enter the country, and my onward flight is in 5 days to Istanbul, and then I continue to Prague. So right now I stuck here at the airport. They won't talk to me, they just refuse talking to me. The Air China lady there is extremely unhelpful as well. She said you either pay for your flight or whatever. So nobody knows how to deal with that situation. So I kind of stuck right now in Beijing, gonna get arrested or detained or whatever else happens. But so I'm gonna go back to the counter now and I ask what solutions there are, but I'm telling them that I'm not going to pay for the flight. So let's see what the next step is. But this is typical China. They introduce a new law and then they have no idea how to do it or how to solve the issues, and now here I am. So the options I have is Air China sends me back to Seoul. This is one option, right? So if I don't want to go back to Seoul, if I don't want to go back, if I don't want to pay for my flight, what's going to happen? Take me where? They will take me to Seoul? You think so? Has that happened before? So they will force me on the flight, right? I either have the chance to take that flight tonight or be forcefully put on the flight back to Korea. I can go for Korea for free. If I want to get out of this country, I want to go back home, I need to pay the fee for the change. Nobody has ever heard of that law, even Air China. So now I stuck here, and apparently some random lady from Air China called Turkish Airlines. They changed my flight and to tonight, which means there will be a no-show if I don't pay a $500 fee. And yeah, I can't get my bag because I can't go to immigration, and it is just an absolute nightmare. Called the German embassy. They don't know anything about it. Apparently they have some police officer here who handles these kind of things, but Air China refuses to call him, so I don't know how this is going to end. I've experienced a lot, but I've never experienced anything like this. But according to the law, actually it's Air China's responsibility, because I think they shouldn't have let me go, or shouldn't have let me board the flight to China. So actually they should sort this out. This is just so typical China. I mean, I used to live here and I know how much it is. And they changed things. And then after 2 weeks, they realized it doesn't work. You know, I'm not going to be the first one. And then they changed the law back. It's just like so many clueless people here who have no idea what to do. So the immigration lady gave me a number of her supervisor. Hello. Do you speak English? English? Only Chinese? Is there anybody who speaks English? Such a joke. I will stay here for 5 days. And if the police wants to kick me out, they have to kick me out. I can't pay for $600 for the flight. Nothing I can do. 5 days, it's gonna be fun. This is $600. I'm not gonna pay $600 for that flight. That makes no sense. And I have to wait until the police comes and kicks me out of the country. So a few updates. I talked to that Air China lady is really nice. She said, just wait, later tonight they change shifts at the transit visa counter. So go there, try again. If it doesn't work, get Air China to send you back to Korea tomorrow because they have to, free of charge. And she was like super nice. She gave me 2 bags of cookies. That is the first time. This is so ridiculous. And nobody knows the law, not even the police officers. Like the other ones, they've never heard of it and they don't know what to do about it. So they never have a plan B. This is a joke. But now I kind of feel like Tom Hanks in Terminal. So I could just like, yeah, this is my bed. Maybe this is my bed. Or I could also sleep over there. Or here. Maybe there. This is so mean. Look, there's Starbucks down there. And I can't get there. In KFC. All I have is like 2 cookies and a bottle of water. He was super understanding, super nice. He was not like that girl earlier. She was a total bitch. She was like, this is the rule. And that's all she said. In a really bad tone. Yeah, well, we'll find out. Let's go to the Air China counter and let's see what they're going to do with me. I was just already getting prepared. I was making my bed. But yeah, seems like I'm going back to Seoul. So next Air China flight to Seoul is at 8:45. It's 9 o'clock, so it's 12 hours, which means I would need to sleep here. No food, there's nothing to eat. I went to the counter now again, and there's new stuff, and they just explaining them the whole situation is so tiring because they just don't understand it, and never ending story. I was told that I won't be able to fly Air China because they're going to put me on a blacklist since they have to sponsor my flight back to Korea. And I'll be flying back on Asiana. That's cool. Are you working for Air China or not? No, the problem, the problem is I talked to the immigration. I talked to your colleague. They agreed. Air China said they have to send me back to Seoul.
Yes, they need to change your ticket first. You have a new ticket from Beijing to Korea?
No, I don't.
Yes.
So who's going to change it? So I have to go to immigration, and they will.
You need to talk with the immigration.
And they will take care of this.
Korea,
Okay. So this is so interesting. Nobody knows what to do. So I went to the guys, and they can't help me. China doesn't want to help me now. So it keeps on going. It's so interesting. New law, and nobody knows what to do. So first they said they didn't want to give me a new boarding pass, so I have to pay for the boarding pass. Now they just issued me a new boarding pass, and now we're heading somewhere. I think we're trying to get my bag. Also first Air China tried to be cheap and said, I have to pay for my flight back to Korea. Then I actually told them about the law and that they are responsible. So now they just issued me a boarding pass. I think they're just sick and tired of me. Yeah, so I'm gonna go back to Korea in like 10 hours. The dude is coming back now. Let's see where we're heading now. So he's leaving with my passport and everything over there. Don't know what he's doing now. So yeah. So I was waiting here for like 3 hours because the guy who took my ticket and my passport says just wait. And now it's been 3 hours. So I went back to the Air China desk and they said, oh, your passport is probably with the immigration officer. And then they said, oh, you have to wait here until tomorrow, until your flight leaves. And I was like, seriously? They haven't given me anything to eat, no water, I'm out of water and nothing. And they just said, yeah, wait. And it's like, until I leave, it's another 8 hours. Said like, at least they have to give me something to eat because that's f***ed, I'm hungry. And they brought me a bit of milk, and I get some noodles as well. But yeah, this is typical Air China. Like, it's a government-run airline, and then the government changes law, and they have no clue. Nobody knows what's going on. And now I'm sitting here. They're treating me like somebody who broke the law or who's just been trying to unlawfully enter the country or whatever. Like, avoid Air China at all costs, unless you want to end up at the airport with nobody talking to you, not knowing what's going on. That's very nice. Thank you.
Wait 5 minutes.
Yeah, you put some hot water in there, right?
Yeah.
Okay, thank you very much. So Air China got me some chicken noodle soup. Yeah, that's very kind, very nice. This is my home for the next 8 hours. So after like 3 hours of sleep, they brought me past immigration, and now I'm sitting here waiting to be put on my flight to Korea with some guards over there, camera watching me over here, so no idea how this is going to end. Special delivery. So I'm on board now. This one? Okay, thank you. Now the crew is going to keep my passport until we get to Seoul, South Korea. But the best thing is I finally got my coffee, and it seems like once we touch South Korean soil, I'll be a free person. But yeah, it's all a bit hectic. So I was detained there for another 2 hours, and then they finally took me to the flight now. That was pretty much my day, my night at Beijing International Airport. A total screw up. It's a shame, or a disgrace actually, that the airline isn't aware of those laws, and that they let me board, and then they let me just sit there without any communication, no further explanation. So it was quite a pain in the ass, and honestly, in the future I will totally avoid Air China, because that can literally happen to everyone. It can happen to you, because laws can change overnight in China, and then all of a sudden you're stuck somewhere at the Chinese airport with a language you don't understand, and with people who don't necessarily believe in communication. If you dare to fly Air China, at least inform yourself about local laws or what the laws have changed. But that's not a way how you treat your customers. Luckily, I didn't have to pay for my flight back, but I mean, that's their responsibility. But thanks so much for watching. And as always, guys, safe travels and don't get stuck in China.